Yellowjackets Season 3 just finished up, and here are my thoughts. Now, there are going to be some spoilers in this, so if you don't want to hear spoilers or haven't seen it yet, please click off. Otherwise, stick around and we're going to talk about it. At the bat, I'm just going to deal with the elephant in the room. Season 3 had a massive dip in quality, specifically with the adult timeline. Not so much with the teen timeline, although there were some noticeable things that didn't quite make sense, but it was very, very apparent in the adult timeline that things didn't quite go as well. I mean, every time we shifted to the adult timeline point of view, I just kept thinking to myself, can we get back to the kids in the wilderness, please? I'm not quite sure why those decisions were made, but it felt like after season 2 finale, after Natalie had passed away and Walter had gotten rid of the cop storyline, it felt like there wasn't really any pressure anymore on the adults. And it's like all that stuff was taken out, so now it was just kind of like, okay, what do we do with the adults now? Because there isn't really real tension with the adult timeline anymore. And so now we just want to see what's going on with the forest timeline and what's going on over there, because there's still unanswered questions. Does that make this season bad overall? No, I think it's still a decent season of television. There was just some obvious things that just didn't make sense. For example, one of the things that really bothered me about this season is Van and her character, how she's essentially luggage to Ty's character. And even then, Ty didn't really have anything to do. It's like they completely forgot that she has a family, that she was a politician. I mean, didn't she win an election? Also, I think the actresses themselves were very confused on what was happening. Now, don't get me wrong, the acting is still solid across the board, especially with the teenage timeline. Those actresses are knocking it out of the park. They're fantastic. Sophie Thatcher, Shauna's character, I can't remember the actress's name right now. But with the adult timeline actresses, they all seem confused and like they don't want to be there, especially the actress that plays Ty, who was great in season 1 and 2. She just seems bored and like she doesn't want to be there anymore. Christina Ricci is still doing fantastic as adult Misty, but I think even Misty was dialed down a lot in this season. Because season 1 and 2, she was this devious, clever little minx that always had a plan, and that she was willing to go to insane lengths to protect her friends. But in a weird way, I think fans were saying how much of a psycho Misty was, and so the writers were like, okay, we want people to like Misty, so we're going to dial her back a little bit, but then that just makes her less interesting, and now it feels like she's more dependent on Walter now. Like it felt like all of the big revelations discovered in this season, Walter found out most of them, and so Misty had to kind of keep asking for his help or get his help in some way. But overall, I think the season was decent enough, nowhere near as solid as the first two. It just kind of seemed like without adult Natalie, and without the cop storyline, like the part of the tension of the first couple of seasons was the net closing in around them. But without that net, it's just there was no tension in the adult storyline. They tried to bring it in with this whole tape recording thing with this completely new character, and yeah, she was there, sure, but like she maybe got one or two lines in the first couple of seasons, and then all of a sudden they want to make her a thing in this season. It's very Once Upon a Time to me. It just doesn't make sense. And when you're having Hilary Swank come in and play the character, just it doesn't feel right. I mean, you're not going to make me like her in like 2 episodes when we've gotten full seasons for everyone else. So it's a decent season of television. I mean, if you're fans of the series, you're going to love it, especially this last episode. This last episode was a complete banger, especially for the kids' storyline. With the kids' storyline, it was awesome. I loved it. I also hated it. But that last shot with Natalie on top of the mountains was just perfection and everything I think fans wanted. So overall, you're going to be happy. You're going to be upset. Head and check it out.